there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. Who are we murdering this time? Apparently my wallet, since Alice took 28 multi-pulls plus the 1 daily pull. But she came home in the end, and that's what matters. It took almost pity, but you know, it's fine. At least it wasn't pity. But man, if I was just focusing on Aoko, I wonder if I would have gotten her to like NP5 or NP6. Still so funny, like right after getting Alice, did one multi-pull in Aoko's banner to celebrate, and then Aoko came home. I'm like, gosh darn it, I should have just went all in for Aoko. Oh well, at least Alice came home. I also killed a bug. There's another bug still in my room. And there is a spider in the corner of my room. I'm just staring at it making its web. The spider is not doing its job. I already had to kill some mosquitoes. Come on, spider. You're literally right there, in the corner. You're less than 2 feet away from me. How are you not catching more bugs? Oh, you're so glad you're NP4 and ASK, so you can't be pulling on AoE casters. Dang. I would feed the spider. I want to just eat the bugs already. Like, what the heck? I see that there's one in its web, but only one. Maybe I should come closer, or I should move my station into the corner. Come on, spider, you're failing me. Oh well. It'll do its thing eventually. But for now, number 2, the case of the murdered magician. Oh my. Gotta love a murder mystery. Oh, I still gotta use alcohol no matter what. Oh. Oh, well, I guess if I lose, it's okay because it's supposed to happen anyways. Grand battle. Ooh, NP4 Space Ishtar, nice. May 1999, the star of ending has come. Mystery. Ah. Only one. Only one. And then mystery. Wow. Well, I might as well just use everything I can here. Hello. Ooh, let's see what cards I want to use. I feel like using ABQ. Because why not? This attack won't go through. It ignores peace. Pierce invincible, which you don't think exists yet. Scary. Well. Rip to alcohol? I was gonna wonder why I couldn't bring my own. But then I see why I couldn't bring my own, or else mine would have died, and I don't want my alcohol to die. Especially not my alcohol. My alcohol's a good girl. Oh, that's a buff that hits through invincible and Castoria invincible but not evade. The heck, not evade? Large bath. Ooh, Hakuno's gonna be the first servant to get that buff. Scary. And ooh, happy 17 months. Ah. Wait, she was bonked. I can't believe it. She really is dead. It's not black and white, you're just colorblind. And what did I have for food? My one meal of the day was some salmon, rice, and vegetables. Also, I had some more Nerds gummy clusters. Yummy.
Take a good look. Is that the other girl you came here with?
Yes, that's Aozaki Aoko. But how did this happen?
Huh? Aozaki, didn't she say her name was Suzy Rizuka?
No, sorry, she asked to use a pseudonym. Yes, but that was just a pseudonym.
I see. Well, I used to be in show business. I can understand why someone might want to keep a low profile. Anyway, now that you confirmed the victim's identity, we need to go back to the lobby. That nasty detective told me I need to gather all the guests in one place.
Detective? Ooh. Ooh, super duper good luck in your pools. I was too determined.
Ahem. I believe some of you already know that I'm what I'm about to say, but as the proprietor of this inn, I have tragic news to share. One of our guests was found dead at today's secret wish spring, the Spring of Youth. Her name was Aozaki Aoko. The cause of death seems to have been a rear cranial fracture. The back of her skull and her brains were caved in.
E? Aozaki? Did you just say Aozaki?
I did. She was staying here under a pseudonym for personal reasons. I'm sad to say she's confirmed deceased, so the public baths will be off limits for a while.
Aw, no more gacha luck.
I've already notified the police, so things will probably get a little crazy around here soon. But before they arrive, the detective over there requested that I ask you all what you're doing last night. Hee.
Hello, detective.
Huh? You're telling us the detective just happened to be out here when something like this went down? Ain't that awfully convenient? I know what you mean. Why in the world did he come all the way from Tokyo now of all times? Still, the fact remains that someone died. I doubt there'll be any harm in doing what he says until the police get here. Go ahead then, detective. All of you, please do what he says.
Ooh, that's cool for a Moo player.
I'm Tsukiji Tobimaru. I run a detective agency in Tokyo. I was here on a company trip with my 2 assistants. I'd like to ask each of you your name, address, hobbies, and purpose of your trip, but unfortunately, we don't have the time for that, and honestly, I couldn't care less. So for the time being, all I want from each of you is to testify where you were last night.
Why would you need to know our hobbies?
Also, which of you discovered the body? I'll need to get the detailed statement from you later. I guess I'll start then. I'm Kumanoi Yoshisuke. Last night, I closed the front desk at 1 in the morning and went back to my office. I was just about to check on the hot springs a little before 5 o'clock when a guest knocked on my door and told me there was a dead body. I went with that guest to the public bath, where I confirmed that there was a body, and then I hurriedly contacted the rest of my guests. Right. At the time of that, 5:32 a.m. I know because he woke me up then too.
5:32 a.m. Ugh.
You know, this is going to take too damn long with this many people here. Let's get this all done at once. Those of you who slept in your rooms last night, raise your hands.
Me. Blushy face. He's like, oh my goodness, it's you.
Everyone, huh? Guess I should have known. Not like there's anything else to do this far out in the mountains. Let's see. Mrs. Ryogi, was it? You're staying with your husband and daughter, right? Where are they?
I had them stay in our room. My daughter's still just a child, so I couldn't expose her to something so terrible. If you need to interrogate me, I'll come to your room later by myself. Will that do?
Sorry, but I can't let you do that. We're not supposed to interview suspects alone.
Oh, why's that?
Having a third party present makes sure no one can claim the interviewer was bribed or unethically influenced. It also reduces the risk of any unfortunate accidents.
Oh my, how prudent. All the more reason I'd rather have my family not meet you.
This pretty lady is with the Yakuza, all right. I can feel her murderous intent all the way over here. Now then, who discovered the body again? Me. That'd be me. Seriously? After you disappeared yesterday, I thought you'd gone back to living in the mountains. Some helpful assistant you turned out to be, Sojiro. What the hell are you doing? No wait, don't tell me. We still don't know what happened to the deceased, but I can tell what happened to you. You look awful, like you're at least 10 years younger now.
You look awful. Ew, disgusting. You look young. Nasty.
Guess those wish granting springs really do work.
I love that. That's so good. Once every 60 years, the Omni-Cube will appear to grant a single wish before disappearing. Oh gosh. Every 60 years. Hey, yeah, I remember now. You're that guy who came here with a detective. So you got your youth back from the spring? Does it mean the stories about them are true? Dun dun dun.
Great, just great. So much for our restful company retreat. Huh? Why's that? Because now it's looking a lot more likely that we're dealing with a homicide. When will the police get here? It'll take them some time given our remote location. But they should still be here by the afternoon. Alright, no one's to leave the inn until they arrive. No one. You can make yourself scarce if you want. But keep in mind, doing that means you'll be subject to a thorough questioning by the police.
What's that supposed to mean? The proprietor said the victim's skull was fractured, right? She probably just slipped and hit her head. But now you're talking about us like we're murder suspects before you've even investigated anything.
You're not like suspects. I don't believe for a second that she of all people would slip and kill herself.
Oh, it's a Fate Stay Night reference.
I don't need to wait for the autopsy. In case I wasn't clear the first time, let me spell it out for you. Aozaki Aoko was murdered. And the killer is right here in this room.
Dun dun dun. Well, that's fun. Your money's on Sojiro. Well, because Alice killed my wallet today, I'm gonna vote for Alice. Nah, it was Robin. It was clearly Robin. Robin distracted her on the way in, and then she tripped and fell. Ooh! When you finish the event, you get a free skin for your bulin.
Okay, all the other guests have gone back to their rooms. What are you going to do now, detective? You're going to show me the crime scene first. Don't worry, I won't touch a thing. Sojiro, you're obviously coming with me since you're my assistant, but I'm gonna insist you come along too, Kuonji. You might be acting like this has nothing to do with you, but with Aozaki dead, that makes you my top suspect.
I see you're still as blunt as ever, Tsukiji. I can't say you're wrong, though. You know the detective, Miss Kuonji? Yes, I haven't seen him in years, though. He works with Shizuki now, and he was a friend of Aoko's in high school. He originally moved to Tokyo to go into corporate detective work, but he ended up working many disturbing cases that he became better known as a private eye. Isn't that right, Tsukiji? Are you enjoying life now that you've lured my friend into pursuing your hobbies instead of letting him work an honest job?
Well, that's sure one way of putting it. I'm surprised to see you here too, Kuonji. Now, you two. I know I asked you to stay put since the guest ledger said Aozaki was staying with you, but if you'd rather not see your body, understand. That said, if you got the stomach for it, then come with me. I have some questions for you.
What do you think, Senpai? He may not be putting it in the friendliest terms, but I think he's genuinely trying to be considerate. We'll come with you. I want to make sure it's really her. Well, we'll go. I'd like to make sure it really is Aoko anyway. We'll come with you. I want to make sure. I need to know.
Got it. You said your names were Misaki and Mash, right? You seem like decent enough folks compared to some of these other guests. I'd appreciate any help you can offer.
Poor Aoko.
I can't be sure seeing that as it's a bath. But I'd say the time of death was less than 2 hours ago, since rigor mortis hasn't set in. Anything unusual stand out to you?
Well, I don't see steam coming from the bath. Well, Aoko's fully clothed despite being in the bath. She's fully clothed.
Right, it sure doesn't look like she was about to go in. Which means she probably came here for a different reason. Then the killer showed up and bashed her head in from behind.
So she died from blunt force trauma. I don't suppose there's any security camera footage, is there?
Haha. A camera in a public bath? That'd be a big problem on its own. But no, there are no security cameras anywhere on the premises. Sojiro there confirmed as much when we checked in. I did? Wow, go me.
What a hard worker you are, Shizuki. By the way, did you and Shizuki really come here together?
Yeah, he checked every corner of the inn before saying he was going to go off and take a look at the surrounding area. And that was the last time I saw him until he came back looking like his teenage self again, and said he had found Aoko dead. I've got questions for you too, Sojiro, but Aozaki comes first. I don't usually go around avenging the dead, but I'm gonna make sure whoever did this to her pays. Well, Tobimaru, so you still haven't gotten over Aozaki.
Really? You poor thing. I can't believe you're still carrying a torch for Aoko even after high school. His face.
I don't have feelings for her, and I don't need your pity. Quit giving people the wrong idea. When did the both of you get so into lockstep anyway?
Senpai, Aoko, Alice, Sojiro, and Tsukiji all seem like very different people. But seeing them like this, I get the feeling they were very close friends too. Yeah, sounds like there's a lot of history between them. I'm starting to feel a sense of kinship with Tsukiji. Yeah, sounds like there's been a lot of history between them. I'm gonna make Toby jealous. Well, Aoko came home for me 3 times technically, so haha.
Alright, kids, stop whispering to each other and get me a towel from the locker room. I know there's rules about preserving the crime scene, but I can't leave things like this. They'll forgive me if I at least cover Aoko's corpse with a towel.
Did you see my corpse? Did I die or something? Hey, Aoko. Oh wow, I did, huh? Yikes, what happened to my head? That's gnarly. Huh? Well, I did summon Aoko multiple times, so multiple Aokos are here. Wow, it's canon. My summons are canon. Man, it's actually kind of embarrassing to come across your own dead body. Well, the good news is I'm here, and I'm still alive, so there's no problem. Anyway, hey everyone. Oh? I do believe I met you two before. Nice to meet you. I'm Aozaki Aoko. Can we go somewhere a little more comfortable so you can fill me in? Oh, it's a new Aoko. The one I just summoned tonight. She don't recognize me because I just summoned her. Oop. Okay, we're going to the sky room, back to my room. And this is what happened. I see. So that's how the two of you met me before I died. I only just got here myself, so I obviously don't know you two all that well yet. But I could tell that you were really grieving for me. That makes you trustworthy in my book. Thank you for caring. Do you think we can still work together? Yes. Ooh, Tearstone's wine eater thingies. Okay, I want the eater thingies. Of course, but how are you here? Sure, but can you tell us what's going on first? Yeah. Right, fair enough. This is a headache for me too. Okay, obviously, this is a me who died of the spring. I'll call her Aoko1 for short. Then there's the me who's here now, Aoko2. Both of us are the same person. I'm from a point in the future, quite a while from now, actually. Basically, I time traveled. I came back because there was an anomaly happening in this time period. You know what a singularity is, right? It's when a time and place falls out of sync with the standard time axis and eventually messes up the surrounding historical events if it isn't stopped. I usually ignore them because most of them go away quickly on their own, but this one looked like it could get especially bad. Long story short, it caught my eye, made me realize I have a personal connection to it. That's why I time traveled here to the year 2001 from the future. To figure out what happened, of course. You with me so far? Well, why doesn't anyone say anything? We get that you're from the future, but one of you is still dead. I'm still hung up on there being 2 of you and that one's dead. We get that you're from the future, but one of you is still dead. Oh, that's because this is a unique situation. As long as the singularity is intact, anything that happens in it has no effect on history. That's why I'm still alive and well in the future, even though the other Aoko died here. My future self learned of Aoko 1's death, so I jumped over here as Aoko 2. But that doesn't mean the future Aoko isn't there anymore. She'll be fine as long as the singularity doesn't grow, saturate, or take root in human history. Basically, even if I die here, there'll be another one of me along to take her place. I'll call this the Aozaki Rocket Pencil Experimental Method. Aozaki Rocket Pencil Experimental Method. Okay, how do we shorten that? A-R-P-E-M. ARPEM. ARPEM. Oh right, rocket pencil, of course. What's a rocket pencil? Oh wait, I think I know what the rocket pencil was. The stackable pencil. But interesting. So it's no problem that Aoko1 is dead. Just think of her as the kind of debt I racked up. Once the singularity's gone, it'll be like I never borrowed anything. So I'll definitely help you guys get rid of it in any way I can. So your future self can send copies of yourself here, like clones. Doesn't that sound a bit like the servant system? Maybe it's the kind of race shift that uses yourself as fuel. Even so, it doesn't change the fact that you died. Right. Even if I'm okay, and I'll admit that's debatable, my death is still real for everyone else. You probably think this is all ridiculous, don't you? Well, it is, and there's no good way to engage with the absurd. So you're better off treating people like me who do all this funny business as just a part of the problem. Don't even worry about my rights or whatever, you'll just end up regretting it. Still, thank you. I'll be more careful from now on. You're a lot like Shizuki, aren't you? You don't show it much, but you're actually really angry on my behalf. I appreciate that. Alright, I understand how you got here. So does this mean you still remember our conversation from last night? Of course not, I only just got here. Any information Aoko 1 acquired in Singularity belongs to her alone. As Aoko 2, I'm gonna have to do my own investigating to learn the same things as she knew. So whatever you and she talked about, only you know what it was now. I see. Well, last night, I only confirmed 2 things with you. The first was whether you were from this time or not. You admitted that you weren't, and you said that the key to solving this incident must be here somewhere.
Key, not the killer.
Yes, that was all Aoko wanted to say. She was a lot more desperate than she seemed. It almost felt like she was the last person on Earth in some kind of sci-fi story, making one final gamble. But that's not the case for you, is it? It seems like you're only here because you found some vague hunch about a singularity. Well, yeah, pretty much. It's not like I was here at the same time as Aoko 1 after all. In fact, I can't visit any time and place I'm already in. My future self can travel to the past all she wants. Unless it would result in 2 of me occupying the same time and space. It's like a max occupancy that I'm not allowed to go over. Things might be different if this were a parallel worlds kind of situation, but with time travel, there's no joining an event if I'm already there. The only exception to that rule would be
If you weren't there anymore. So Aoko 2 showed up here because Aoko 1 was killed. Do I have that right?
I need to be quick on the uptake, Student Council Vice President. How did you know? Do you see a lot of these kinds of cases in Tokyo or something?
Hell no, I've never heard the words preservation of humanity or singularity before in my life, to say nothing of goddamn time travel. But I know better than to ask while you do anything, Aozaki. It'd just be a waste of everyone's time. Alright, all this stuff sounds wild to me, but I'm willing to accept it, at least while we're here. Now, let me make sure I've got all this straight. Misaki, MASH. You 2 are here to erase the singularity thing, which is being caused by a Holy Grail. So your primary objective is to find the Holy Grail and secure it. Is that accurate?
Yes. Yes, that's right.
Meanwhile, Sojiro and I would usually have nothing to do with any of this stuff, but now he's a servant because you summoned him as a heroic spirit or whatever. Humph, putting aside the question of human rights, he definitely ought to make a good familiar.
Even he agrees.
He's always been good at skating by with his skin intact no matter what happens. I don't skate by, I'm always just barely hanging on.
Me.
As for you, Aozaki, Kuonji, you said you're here because the whole world could be in danger, yeah? That mean your objective is to get rid of the singularity too. Sounds like a hero's work to me. Me, I'd rather just take off and forget about all this. But I know too much now. Besides, if the whole world's in danger, there's no point in running, so I'm really hoping all of you can solve this case. Anyway, we've all got the same goal, so we may as well all work together to improve our chances.
That was very concise. How can you be this quick on the uptake?
Simple. I don't want to die. Speaking of which, you're probably in the most precarious spot here, Aozaki. The odds are high that whoever killed Aoko 1 is one of the other guests. When they find out you're still alive and kicking, they're gonna lose their shit. They might well try to kill you again the moment no one else is around.
I wouldn't go down that easily. Besides, how are you so sure I was murdered? I died at a hot spring, right? Maybe I just got unlucky and slipped.
You once walked away fine after you got pushed off a roof. There's no way a little slip would be enough to kill you.
I agree. If a little careless accident was all it took, you'd have died when you were still 16. Yeah, if your death was accidental, it'd be a mystery for the ages. Right. We saw you were far more, durable than any normal human back in Hell's Pavilion. It almost made us wonder if you weren't a servant yourself. So none of you see me as human, huh? Gee, thanks.
Well, no, on my part, I'm not so sure. Aozaki's head is just as vulnerable as anyone else's. Who's to say that she wasn't just unlucky?
Sojiro?
In fact, I think it was more likely to be an accident. I mean, wouldn't it be just like her to get herself killed doing something stupid?
Thanks for the moral support as always. I'm dragging you down with me next time. Emotional support, Sojiro.
Either way, we can't be sure that somebody killed her. But we should also figure out whether it was accidental or intentional.
Maybe the killer has the holy grail? Maybe the killer wanted to eliminate someone in the competition? Maybe they want to eliminate the competition.
So far, that seems more likely to me too. Almost everyone here is a shady-looking self-proclaimed psychic looking for an easy score. So if Aozaki was causing a stir the way she usually does, they probably saw her as their biggest rival.
Oh, come on. I couldn't have been that bad. It's not like I was going around firing magical energy beams in front of regular people, right, Misaki? You were. And I was making you do it. I was?
Well, we'll figure these things out as we make headway on our investigation. You wait here, Aozaki. I shouldn't need to tell you that you'll draw attention if you tag along. Misaki, Mash, Sojiro, us four can go around the inn making inquiries.
Yeah, I guess it would be pretty weird for a dead woman to suddenly be up and walking again. Okay, Misaki, Mash, Tobimaru, don't leave any stone unturned. That goes for you too, Shizuki. Don't get too reckless just because you're a servant now.
Of course. We'll be back with some good news. What about you, Alice? Are you coming with us?
Sorry, but no. I'm terrible at reading people's expressions. Wasn't there a gift shop? I'll go have a cup of tea there. Stop by if you're missing anything. I should be able to come up with a simple magecraft item if you need one. Thanks, Alice. I want Silver Ash Altar. I've been making my Silver Ash work to the bone anyways. He's been working so much. And I haven't really summoned the game in a while, so I feel like my luck should have replenished. Maybe. Thanks, Aoko. Ta-da! New clues. I did not know. I didn't look into what they do.
I can't believe someone died here. I was gonna go for a midday dip in the springs, but knowing there was a dead body there put me right off. What was I doing last night? I just tended to my valuable merchandise and went straight to bed. What, do you think the killer's one of the guests? Well, good luck with that. People don't just kill on a whim. They need a strong emotion to drive them to those lengths. There's plenty of that kind of feeling to go around on a battlefield, of course, but this place ain't that. Whether they kill for money or revenge, it's always someone they know. And connections like that can't help but leave behind signs. You can hide a murder weapon, but you can't hide your relationships. But then, I guess a private eye like you doesn't need me to tell you that. Anyway, everybody here's a perfect stranger. They got no connection to anyone else, and no reason to kill someone without doing something about the body. Me? I think a bear got the poor girl. Not that it's any comfort.
A bear? A bear? You want my alibi? Well, I don't remember when I fell asleep. I'm usually pretty good at keeping a regular schedule, but I had a little too much to drink last night. Anyway, I can't believe the paper bag woman is dead. Those other psychics aren't in the same league as me. But I thought she could at least give me a run for my money. Can't believe a curse got her first. Why do I think a curse did it? A hunch. As a gunslinger myself, I could tell right away that she was one hell of a sharpshooter. There's no way another guest could have killed someone as talented as her, so it must have been a curse. Man, this sucks. I was hoping we could have had a drink together before our inevitable duel to the death. Duel to the death no matter what. Ooh, so he's gonna be a strategist. After my evening prayer, I went straight to bed at 10 o'clock and didn't wake up until 5. No, it wasn't the commotion that woke me up. I've always been an early riser. What do I think of Aozaki's death? Did she just slip and hit her head? She was probably in such a hurry to go into the secret bath before anyone else that she wasn't watching her step. I do understand how she must have felt, though. I could have made the same mistake if one of the secret bats improved your financial luck. Oh, okay, yeah, if there was a financial luck one, I would go for that too. Then again, I go for all the springs because I want to maximize my chances of winning. It wasn't me. Aozaki Aoko wasn't my target. I only twist people I've been asked to twist. Trust is everything in the business after all. Oh, you weren't talking about that, were you? Well, I'm afraid I can't verify my alibi very easily. I was all alone in my room, but without any security cameras in this inn, I have no way of proving that. Although, I did notice that the door to Ryogi's Chimera room stayed closed all night. So I can verify her alibi. She said that she's here with her family, but I never heard a peep out of her room. If that isn't suspicious, I don't know what is. You know, even in the most peaceful places, there are things in this world that no one should ever see. Good person, bad person, it doesn't matter. The very act of seeing such terrifying things is a sin. I think that's what happened to Aozaki. She must have seen a boundary, a glitch in her world that no living person should. Perhaps she gazed into the bottomless abyss endemic to human society. The kind of abyss no one can escape except through death. What a nice interview. So great, so wonderful.
Alright, that's everyone could find the halls. The other guests must still be in the rooms.
So far, everyone's claimed to be sleeping last night, unsurprisingly. I'm still so sad I woke up early at one point, asking if my family wanted to get some pastries. It would have been my treat. But no one wanted anything, so I went back to sleep because I was mad. Like, come on, don't you guys want some croissants? Some tasty, tasty croissants? Carrot cake? Baked empanadas? No, fine.
They all had the same kind of opinion about Aozaki's cause of death too. None of them seemed all that disturbed by the fact that someone died here. And none of them thought that she was murdered either.
Since they're all psychics, maybe they're used to dealing with dead bodies?
Or maybe they all think it's normal that someone would die in this inn. Anyway, it's already 2 in the afternoon. The police sure are taking their sweet time. Pardon me, everyone. As a matter of fact, I just spoke to the police on the phone. They say they don't know when they'll be able to get here because they can't enter the mountain.
Can't enter the mountain? Oh no. Ooh, Prime is a caster. Okay, I like casters. Casters are fun.
Can't enter it. Why not? Was there a landslide or something? I asked them the same thing, but all they would say was they can't do it. The officer I spoke to sounded pretty confused as well. The only other thing he said was to prioritize the guest safety until they can figure out the situation. Anyway, it's not unusual for there to be issues with the mountain roads at this time of the year. I'm just glad nothing happened to the inn. The new building is built to withstand anything. But the older building dates back to the early Showa period in the late 1920s, so it would collapse in an instant if there was a landslide or such.
Excuse me, does it mean the old building has remained in its current form since it was built?
Yes, that's right, but I do keep it tidy.
Dear. No wonder this place seems so retro. Did you put up the idol posters, Yoshisuke?
Yes, I did. I brought a few spares from the shopping district near the station to help liven the place up. They say there's no price higher than free, but if you ask me, free is the best price you can get. Hehehe. Aha! So that's why you have all these cheap-looking posters of idols from the 90s in here. You should have gone with the posters of Showa-era enka singers. They'd at least fit the theme.
I really like these posters. There's just something encouraging about them. That reminds me, Mr. Yoshisuke said that he used to work in the entertainment industry. Have you heard of him, Tsukiji?
I've never been that big on watching TV, so no, I hadn't. I couldn't tell you these posters mattered either. If these posters mattered either. Like, do they advertise like this because they're popular? Or are they popular because they advertise like this? Either way, it's all just a bluff. It's ridiculous. They should know you can't drag these out forever. If you want to sell a product, the product should be the star. If you want to make a star look good, then you should be using your budget to give them a place to shine. And that's not even getting to the whole problem of how inherently interchangeable these posters are. Whenever the next trend rolls around, you can just take them down and swap them out, no sweat. They may as well be screaming, "Don't bother caring about me. I'm replaceable." I won't go as far to say marketers ought to make their own museums or anything, but they should be trying for campaigns that people remember forever. I see you're quite conservative, detective, or perhaps I should say that you were well raised. What do you mean by that? People don't think in such lofty terms. They don't want something that'll last them all their lives. They just want to get through the day and have fun doing it.
I mean, depending, because I like having, let's say, I feel like the Simon pots that I've been using have been in the house throughout my entire life, so having something that lasts forever like that, cooking supplies, or utensils, very good. Very, very good.
But what about life-changing masterpieces, you say? Beacons of hope? Sure, they'll still emerge now and then, but they never last more than 6 months in the public eye.
True, what does this have to do with murder?
Emotional experiences are just compost for the public, detective. There's always someone new waiting in the wings to provide the next dose of entertainment. Stars come and go, and come and go. That's what they do. And there's as many of them as there are real stars in the sky. That's the kind of world we made, an industry where the stars rise and fall swiftly, and there's no end of them. And there's no end of them to choose from. Besides, any culture that hangs on to a single emotional experience forever like a crutch is a culture that's gone stagnant. But emotions, the brilliance that people want to see, now that is as varied as there are stars in the sky. And that's the nature of entertainment. The new is always ready to overwrite the old. Oh, but that's enough out of me. I still have to do something about the springs. Would you all be so kind as to carry the deceased for me? Hell's Pavilion should be perfect for it. That place is a natural icebox. There's no better place around here to preserve a dead body.
Great.
Holy hell. I can't believe I'm gonna have to carry Aozaki's dead body of all things. You know, maybe I ought to make her carry it herself. What better way to say goodbye to her past life?
Dude.
As if her luck wasn't already bad enough. That'll be the nail in the coffin. Besides, nobody should be carrying a dead body unless it's been cremated.
What do you mean as if her luck wasn't already bad enough? How bad is Aoko's luck usually? I don't remember having super bad luck.
Why don't you all go back to your room? It'll take some time and effort, but I can move the body to the cave myself. In the meantime, you should have an idea of who the killer is now, right? I can't wait to hear your answer when I get back in an hour.
Huh? Do you have any idea who he was talking about, Senpai? Nope, none. Well, there was one person who was very clearly shady. Nope, none.
Me neither. But Sonoji's always lived his life by following his hunches. Sometimes, you really need to get him to spell out what's obvious to him but not to us.
I like how he still uses the nickname Sonoji.
Anyway, if we all put our heads together, we can probably come up with something. Let's head back to the sky room.
Sonoji. And now up here. Next one. Welcome back. Learn anything useful?
More or less. Sojiro will be back after he carries the body to the nearby cave.
Oh, right. Guess they can't just leave me like that. But bringing me to a place called Hell's Pavilion, I just hope I don't come back as a zombie.
Heh, I could definitely see that happening with you, Aozaki. If it does, I'll lay to rest with a bullet filled with all my years of frustration.
Hang on, you have a gun, Tobimaru? In Japan? You're not even a police officer.
It was just a figure of speech. Don't worry about it. Now, as I was saying, we still don't have a lead for either the killer or the murder weapon. But there are still other angles to consider. Like the motive. Why did the killer go after Aozaki? Anyone have any ideas?
This might be kind of obvious, but I'm wondering who else went into the Spring of Youth.
What do you mean? Sojiro, obviously. Like Kuma Onoin said, the springs only work on one person per year, so it must have been him.
Sorry, that's not quite correct. I'm afraid we may not have explained ourselves sufficiently either. Sojiro looks the way he does now because he was summoned as a servant. He didn't regain his youth for the spring. So the spring really does work, and someone here went in it. There's a very good chance they would have run into Aoko 1. Misaki, did you see anyone among the guests who looked like they got younger? I guess... Oh. Isharin. I thought she just changed her outfit. Cause earlier she was as her gunslinger self. Just one. Isharin. Though we can't get that as a spiritual dress, can we? Third floor corridor. Hey, Space Ishtar. Isharin.
Okay, this is the paying room where the cowgirl's staying. We can knock if you want, but are you sure you don't want to wait for Sojiro to get back from the cave?
The school uniform was only seen during flashbacks from during her event. Sad. That's alright. Me, Misaki, and Mash should be able to handle her. Go on, Toimaru. Knock. She might run away if we take too long.
Alright, if things get rough, I'm tying you in. Hello, Isharin. It's Akiji, the detective. We'd like to talk to you about Aozaki Aoko. Mind opening your door?
Ahem. You have reached the room of Jolene the Ghost Hunter. Unfortunately, she's not available right now. If you wish to speak with her, please try visiting her in Texas in a few days. That didn't sound like a recording to me. That's a voice changer if I've ever heard one. That didn't sound like a recording to me.
That might be one of the stupidest I'm not home acts I've ever seen. Well, nothing we can do now but wait for.
It looks like a familiar magic bullet just broke down the door for us. Oh my, I wonder what happened. Maybe this inn is older than it looks if doors are just falling apart on their own. Well, let's just chalk it up to a stroke of good karma, shall we? Hi, don't mind if we let ourselves in. I love how she has to get up. Okay, yeah. I would make my Space Ishtar look like this. Oh, that's too good. The school uniform with the cowboy hat, the katana, and the guns. Hey, what do you think you're doing in here? I could see you for property damage and invasion of privacy. Yeehaw, cowboy samurai. Believe me, I come from the land of lawsuits, so don't think I won't do it. Do you know who you're dealing with? You're looking at the famed genius exorcist who sent countless ghosts, deadbeats, to the next life in the court of law. They even call me Astrea, the goddess of justice. The one and only Astrea, huh? Eek! You're alive? Oh gosh. Yes, Texas and deadbeats. It was Callie all along. I don't believe it. This can't be happening. Evil spirit, be gone. Be gone!
She got a gun?
Look out. It's equally hard to believe, but these bullets are made of popcorn. What is this? Really? Oh, huh, you're right. Pretty good popcorn, too. The heat from her gun is causing her Sigaki rice to expand like puffed rice. That's pretty clever. She might even give my sister a run for her money. Eek! She looked at me! Save me, Jane! The demon's coming to kill me! Damn it, she got away! Come on, we've gotta go after her. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking straight, stay away! We just want to talk. If you've got nothing to hide, then there shouldn't be any need to run. Ishari's heading for the old building. Wait, this hallway. This is... the endless hallway. Damn, she reached the end before us. The endless hallway. Well... Huh? Are these ghosts? Sweet. After 10 long years of ghost hunting, I finally saw my first spirit. Wait, that means I'm in trouble. Evil spirits be gone, evil spirits be gone. Wait, It's your first time actually seeing them? Girl. Just Oh, backwards long jump could be fun. Crap! Not even more dead meat! Help! Save me! Evil spirits are going after Jannie. We have to help her. Of course. Come on, let's hurry. Gosh darn it. Jannie. So silly. Okay, fine. I guess I'll put Mash there. Mash has to be there after all. I'll put Karen. And then the others can be in the back there for raising bond. Bond. Take off the event bonus at this point. Oh, 2-2-2 formation. Oh, they're not as scary then. My space Ishtar is 90, I think. Oh wait, NP level 1, I think. Is regular. I'm pretty sure I didn't summon her multiple times. Maybe. Or if I did, I don't remember. Actually, let's put that to default. Why not at this point? Whee! I know I was gonna focus on friend or something, but no, I'm gonna be silly. I'm just gonna put craft essences. Cause I summoned so many, so I might as well use them. Ahahaha. Okay, this should be fine. And away we go. Ooh. Oh, great debuffs. Irradiating defense mechanisms. Her key makes her extra attack really useful. Ooh. Oh, wonderful super baby Cowan. Thank you, super baby Cowan. That is so nice of her to show up again. Thank you, Cowan. Even more Cowan. Oh my goodness, even more super baby Cowan. It's only baby. I wish I could have kept her that as a normal form. But it's fine keeping her as that for funnies. Thank you, super baby Cowan. Hey, gauge raising cause fun. Thank you, Karen. You know what? Why not? Again. I'm not gonna resist. Goo goo. Dang, it still didn't come with the capsule servant. Boo! And ooh, bond. Delicious bond. Ah, yes, Babu! There, we made it. Huh? I thought they needed help, but now they're gone. You can't trust anybody these days. We're back at the hallway's entrance? Master, something supernatural is at work. Portable Shiba's temporal calculations are in flux. It looks like whenever we try to cross this hallway in a state, time gets rewound by the same length of time it took us to cross. And since it's time that's getting reset rather than distance, we'll never be able to reach each city at this rate, even if we could cross these 100 meters instantly. So that's what makes this hallway endless, huh? It goes on forever in a sense. Alright, I didn't want to use this, but I'm going to cheat a little. If we don't do something soon, those ghosts are going to kill her. Saving lives comes first. What did you have in mind? Are you going to go outside and circle around from the old building? That could work, right? Just go around from the outside. You know what, I'll ask her. What do you have in mind? I'm just gonna go straight to her. How do you think I came to the singularity in the first place? If reaching the goal sends us back, then I just have to jump to a point past the goal. I'll show you what real magic can do. It may not be as flashy as you'd expect from a magician, though. Oh, okay. Well, that works. In this hallway. Well, that's nice. Alrighty, that's fine. I'll put my own too. We offer the bond. Bond, bond, bond. Ooh, I did not see the promotional trailer for the event. And oops, let me go back to grabbing the essences that I like. Delicious NP. I can give her that one. I'll give her this one. And I'm just gonna leave the people in the back as is. Why not? I'm not too worried. They're just here for emotional support. And then away we go. Ooh, thank you, Alco. Hey. Actually, should do this too. Because why not? Oh, there's one thing I forgot to eat. There's sushi in the fridge. Oh, it's narrated by Zelrech. Ooh. I know what I'm eating after this. I want to eat some cone sushi. I could have eaten it earlier today, but then I thought to myself, I want to save it for eventually. Aw, it's regular Karen this time. I thought we only had good baby. I wanted more baby. It was bound to happen. Darn, darn, darn. Okay, bonk the mechanism. You know what, why not? Thank you, Alco. Thank you, Super Alco. I believe in her super punches. I see as I use someone else too. Actually, I could've used just another noble phantasm from Devil Karen. Oh well. Wow, it's the same thing. Then again, of course, it's gonna be the same enemies. The endless hallway. Super endless hallway. Over you, Devil Karen, do a thing. Oh, we get Super Bebe again. No, it's regular. Thank you, Aoko. Okay, I'm going. That expression is still so funny. The shock. Not sane. Five timeless words. We had a lot of fun with Karen. We aren't in the same hallway anymore. We did it! We made it to the other side. I'm saved? Hardly, that depends on you. You might be safe in the hallway ghost now, but we're not done with you yet. So tell us, why did you run away the moment you saw my face? Yeah, why? Senpai, it's great that Aoko took care of this problem for us, but... I think that was, Did you just jump ahead in time a little bit? That almost looked like you rage-shifted for a split second. Something like that. I guess I was kind of showing off. It might seem handy, but it really is a tight squeeze. I have to be really careful about how I use it, or I'll need to work 3 times as hard later to make up for it. It's kind of like, the more I use it, the more debt I rack up, you know? Ah.
Phew, I finally caught up. So, did you apprehend the suspect?
Nice of you to join us, Tobimaru. We're just about to start questioning her. So, Ishtarin, did you kill me? Yes, I confess, I did kill that zombie. Or well, I guess I did. It was more like I was so scared I couldn't do anything. You couldn't do anything? Yes, the truth is, I'm no exorcist. I'm a bounty hunter who goes after a different kind of ghost. Desperate people who ghost their depths, scammers and so on. The only reason I came to this country is because I heard about the Spring of Youth. So last night, after the proprietor left the front desk, I snuck into the Spring of Youth around 1 in the morning and waited for it to come in. It was really cold. You've got guts, I'll tell you that. I guess that would be the surest way to get in first. It began bubbling up around 4, and it was all, yay, I'm gonna kill it in the swimsuit season. But then, I heard the door to the bath open. I thought it was the proprietor, so I panicked and hid. I didn't want to get in trouble after all, but it wasn't him, it was her. The zombie woman.
I get how you feel, but would you mind using my actual name? Where did you hide? I didn't see anywhere to hide in the bath.
I hid in the spring itself. I kept my whole body submerged, and my back flat on the ground like a flounder. Damn, that's... wow. Still, that could work. The bathwater from the natural hot spring can get pretty murky. I'm not even gonna ask how you managed to breathe. It wasn't easy. I'm pretty sure I'd be dead right now if you hadn't died first.
So that was when Aozaki was killed?
Yeah, I saw someone else come up behind the Aoko while I was hiding. I couldn't make out more than a silhouette though, through the water though. Anyway, I soon heard what sounded like arguing. And the next moment they started attacking each other. I couldn't hold my breath any longer, so I poked my head out of the water as quietly as I could. And there was Aoko, dead as a doorknob. It was horrible, and I couldn't do anything to stop it because I'm a coward who only cares about saving her own skin. If only I made a show of getting out of the bath, this would have never happened. I may as well have killed her myself. Any idea who this other person was? Don't be stupid. If the killer couldn't see me, then of course I couldn't see them either. So you didn't get a good look at their face, huh? Well, that's fine. They probably won't be coming back anytime soon anyway. The fact that there's no trace of the killer means I probably blasted them away somewhere. Probably outside the singularity, so they couldn't interfere.
Maybe you weaponize your killer without... Maybe you vaporize your killer without a trace?
If I had, then a whole side of the bath would have been gone too. I'm not that brutal, you know. So we're still not closer to figuring out the killer's identity. Right. Since the inner remains a singularity, it seems that whoever did it wasn't in possession of the Holy Grail.
At least we know how Aozaki died now, so we can put that subject on hold for now. You and Mash are here to find the Holy Grail, right, Misaki? We can take our time with Aozaki. So what are you gonna do now, cowgirl? If you're planning on sticking around, I can place you under protection.
Hell no! I'm not sticking around a scary end like this any longer. I put out an SOS to my partner first thing in the morning, so she should be here to pick me up soon.
I wouldn't count on that, not even the police can get here right now.
You don't know Jean. She's a world-class scout, and there's no place on Earth that can keep her out. Anyway, before I get out of here, I'll tell you what I heard in the bath as thanks for saving my life. You mean, back when you're acting like a flounder? Yeah, before the other person showed up, I heard Aoko muttering to herself. I'll kill anyone who tries to go into the springs. Nobody's getting their wish granted on my watch. Ooh. Well, too late. Someone was in the springs, and I'm gonna be the next to go in the springs. Sky View Open Air Bath. And ooh, I got the quest. Or I completed that mission for the ticket. Meaning more alcohol. Wow, look, they got together. Congratulations, Isharin. Bath.
So Ishirin's gone now, huh? I guess it's one less suspect to worry about. If we're just talking about who has the Holy Grail, then yeah. Too bad you and Mash haven't made any progress on your investigation, Misaki. No surprise there, seeing how this whole inn and everyone in it is suspicious as hell. I'm jealous at how much work you've got cut out for you. Ha ha ha.
Humph. I see you're completely in spectator mode now, Tobimaru. But then, you always did have a habit of sneering at other people's suffering. I'm sorry he's such a jerk, you two. I'll make sure he gets what's coming to him later. Oh no, it's fine. I can tell he's trying to encourage us in his own way. He may seem cold at first, but I've seen that he's actually very thoughtful and considerate. Tobimaru? Thoughtful? I think you might be confusing that with high-strung. Anyway, never mind him. How's the water, Misaki? I love it. I like how we're all enjoying the hot springs together. It's incredible. I can't believe how good it is. It's incredible. This inn might be ridiculous, but I love that it lets you reserve this awesome outdoor bath. And also, what a nice view. From the hot spring. Hello, hello. Though I didn't think you were going to join us too, Alice. I just came here to hear how things went today. I don't have any interest in outdoor mountain baths or anything like that. 5 to 4. Alice is so uncoordinated. She could drown in a puddle. Oof. There's no way she'd ever visit a bath like this, where one wrong step would make her sink like a glub glub.
Anyway, I couldn't believe the Spring of Youth was real. I thought for sure those stories were all made up.
I'm more surprised that people actually believe them enough to come here. What about all of you? Would you like to be young again if you could?
It depends on whether you mean young in heart, body, or both, but I think I'd pass on all of them. Now, if I could be another version of me entirely, then I'd have to think about it.
I'd pass too. Besides, the whole question is pointless.
I don't want to get any older, but I'm not exactly ready to be a kid again either.
Okay, depending on how young. Because if it was like, if you dip in the spring, you become a baby. No. Hell no.
Maybe I go for it if it's just my body getting younger. But if the cowgirl's any indication, it looks like it's a package deal.
I still have a lot of growing up to do, so I'd rather not do that. So I'd rather do that than getting younger. I'm not sure. I honestly can't say right now. I'm not sure, it depends. It really depends. Huh, so none of you would go for it. Guess we'll have to see how you feel in 10 years then.
What about you, Aozaki? I knew Konji hadn't changed, but how come you still look the same as you did 10 years ago?
Because I came here from a future where I still look the same as I did 10 years ago, obviously. There's another Aozaki Aoko outside the singularity, somewhere on Earth of 2001 who looks every bit a grown-up. Maybe she's even back in Japan right now. What? Are you disappointed you won't get to see her? When did Tsukihime take place?
Nah, I already know she's just drifting around aimlessly, with no more than a guitar and the clothes on her back. I can see it so clearly that it's actually boring.
Hey, at least call me a rock singer.
I'm glad we're all getting along, but maybe we should get back to the problem at hand. We still don't know who killed Aozaki, but we do know that they're gone from this world now thanks to Aozaki herself, unfortunately.
Oh, original Tsukihime takes place in 2001. So that's what the other Aoko's doing then in that case. Other Aoko is up to Tsukihime shenanigans. Oh wow, I'm looking at the spider's web now. Okay, the star streamer said it caught one bug, right? Now there's 3. Good job, Spider. You know, I trash talked you too early. You're just getting started. You go, Spider.
It was a cruel and excessive form of self-defense, but at least it means the threat is gone now.
Hey, I didn't kill them. I just sent them somewhere far away.
The real problem now is, what did Aozaki-1 find out before she was killed? Misaki, do you remember what she said to us last night before you went your separate ways?
Of course. Flashback. If the singularity isn't resolved, a wishing star is going to come here and wipe out humankind. Huh?
Whoa, come on. She must have been exaggerating. No, wait. The kind of joke's way too clever for Aozaki. So then, she was serious?
Believe me, that's what I want to know. Humankind wiped out? A wishing star? What could she have been talking about? What a joke. This is less than helpful. Is there no way you can recover what Aoko 1 experienced, Aoko? Actually, yes. I can't do it now, but as time passes, the information we had should merge. So I should know what it was Aoko 1 saw in about 2 more days. Oh, based on her Type Lumina ending, she's friends with Waver. Good things come to those who wait. So in the meantime, I'll help you with your job, Misaki. For the time being, we can start by questioning the rest of the guests staying at this inn. They're bound to have a real question. They're bound to have a real reason when they came here, like Ishtarin. Once we find that out, the answer's sure to present itself. Right. I feel very good about this investigation, knowing you'll be able to help us. Yeah, thanks for the help. You know, I just remembered something else from yesterday. Yeah, thanks for the help. No problem. I might not have been able to do much today, but I'll make up for it starting tomorrow. Same quartz. Let's talk to Detective Robin. Beautiful. I love that so much. So much money and summoning ticket. Okay, in this hallway. Got this, in bones. Okay, getting bones is so good. To the hallway. Kumano Hot Springs 10 Ghost Stories, Story 5, The Straight Labyrinth. No fear, no pain. Huh, a quarter that you can't get through? Is it a rejection of one's identity? Well, if that's the case, I suggest a cheat move of just flying over it, and then the enraged ghost approaches for a dogfight. By the way, this is supposed to be a fighter plane battle, so why is it called a dogfight? Why is it called a dogfight? I don't get that either. Because I know they call it dogfight for the plane fights, but still, why? Why doggo? Flying doggo. Oh great, labyrinth security guard. Oh, wing servant. And a floating servant? Floating is easy. When it comes to wings, I'm thinking Cersei. When it comes to floating, more examples like Ilya. Well, technically all magical girls can float, right? Unless it doesn't count. Arjuna would be floating menacingly. Labyrinth Watcher. He's just staring at us menacingly. Thank you, Ark. Oh, it lived. Oops. Thank you, Alco. Thank you, Super Alco. Super Alco, you the greatest. Can't get out. Out of all the ones who can't get out. So sad for him, can't get out. Trapped forever. Oh, Ilya counts it. Oh, but not for the first ascension, huh? Okay, by 100%, that's easy enough. I'll just double check it to make sure what it would end up being, because I can get rid of that. Easy. And just to be extra. And just be funny. Oh yeah, true. In the first ascension, he's not transformed, just his full uniform. So what about Summer Ilya? Does she count as floating too? Or no? Because she's already henshined. But I feel like she's on the ground. Yee for Bond. Okay, this one drops milk and lantern. Good to know. Milk and lantern, milk and lantern, milk and lantern. Lots and lots of milk and some lantern. And again. Because milk and lantern. Milk. Shoot. Oh, doesn't count as winged either despite her noble phantasm, darn. I'll give that one lantern. Milk and lantern, milk and lantern. Oh, regular Ilya and Cersei are both winged and floating. Who else has wings? Wait. First, second, and then someone else. You go, Alco. Time to tag myself in. Oh, but I know counts as both, but only in 30 centuries. Wow. At least it's something. I wonder if Miss Crane would count since she's, well, Miss Crane. She's technically winged. Go get him. It's a good thing you hit hard enough. Wing, yes, floating, no. Okay. At least it's something. Time to be extra. And okay, all good. Oh my, that's the V3 essentially, I'm not sure. Man, oh, like Alco's so cool. Thank you, Alco. Ta-da! Ooh! Raising the outfit, which is good. Okay, I defeated enough enemies. Perfect. Loading, loading. Oh, Karen also counts. I guess that makes sense because they know Phantasm. Yoink. Bone. Shoot, even more hallway. Ew. I meant to steer it in progress. Okay, yeah, the hallway's good in that case. I'm sorry, Sojiro. I gotta raise you properly. I gotta get more embers. I fed whatever embers I had left to Alice. Like, that's on me. That is 100% on me. Like, my bad. I couldn't resist. Teehee. Totally worth it, though. And away we go. Yeah, I guess these bonuses would help. At least the plate's not too bad. But next time I'll have Sojiro raised properly. I'll buy some embers from the shop. I'll focus on feeding him instead of Alice. Because at least he'll help me with something. Freaking Alice. Like, the ultimate goal would have been NP5ing. But no! It was all a nice thought, at least. At the very, very least. Wait, Elizabeth counts as winged? Wow. Gosh darn it, Ellie. And now for the fatal battle. Thank you, Super Alco. Now for big damage. Wee. Oh, she has a bat wing. She pulls out her NP. Don't worry about the fee. You can pay me back once you hit it big time. So Aoko's gonna put me in her debt. Thank you, Aoko. Then again, I'm feeding you a bunch of embers, giving you lots of QP, so it all makes sense. It's all for you, Aoko. All for Aoko. Aoko, Aoko, Aoko. So I am in her debt, and I am working off everything. Yes, everything. Worth it. Totally worth it. So incredibly worth it.
最初の底から今はの星へフレーン層をひとまたぎお待たせちょっとだけ地球を救いに帰ってきたわ
NP5, I wonder who hits harder. Super Aoko or Arcoid?
あなたが今も月の光を忘れ
Like outside of the event, of course. Not just event bonus kind of thing. So let's say the world is nice to me and gives me more alcohol. If. The biggest of ifs. Might depend on the opponent. Cause that'd be kinda cool being able to use her, potentially. I'm just gonna use it already. And then we.
成層圏までひとっ飛び大気の守り星の周り束ねて落として
I feel like the VTuber changes would be fun subject for You Lost Mitsuko Fujimaru episode. Oh, that'd be good. That would be a fun one. The VGM changes and heck, even some of the background changes too for the Noble Phantasms. And now bonk. Thank you, Aoko. This should be enough to get me through the next section. Since I finished a few quests at this point.
発展の先に一人になってもこのシグナルはなくならないツアープラスブルーバック私の道は私が照らす
So beautiful.
スピンドルツアラースタンバイ
Thank you, Aoko.
ストップできないんだうるさくてごめんね
Yep, that should be enough. Give me points, please. And now, yoink.
カルディアのマスターくん
Hey, Robin.
ラジオのパーソナリティのように働くっすよ
Give me some fresh material.
ネタは新鮮なやつでた
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
仕事とかけてよく晴れた日
There's no end to either. Wow. That's what they have in common, huh?
山のような仕事とかけてよく晴れた日と解くっす
Thanks,
その
Robin.
輝きお宝っすね不労所得よりすごいっす
Yes, it is treasure.
なんか手に入ったっすか後で自慢していいっすよ
And yoink.
かくしてシャバゾートマスターは次の任務に向かうのであった
Mahoyo crossover episode 21.
コラボ第21話煮込まれたオカルトにご期待ください
Ooh, very early in GP, Nero's and Emiya's Noble Phantasms would sometimes have their backgrounds persist. Ooh! And even possibly have both at the same time. Oh, that's a good glitch. I like that. Number 3, can't heal with hot springs. Not with that attitude anyways. I believe in the power of the hot spring. Especially if we go for the aching back one. Stupid fly. Ooh, sparkly. I mean, I don't have to go through the entire section. I can stop at a decent part or point. There's always tomorrow as well, Saturday. Because I know I'm going out during the daytime, but during the evening, I think it's safe enough to stay home. Potentially, because I was only told about going out at like 10 a.m. Yikes, that was too close. I barely managed to shift in time. What the hell is that thing? It doesn't obey the laws of physics, and you can never tell when it's about to do something. It attacks constantly, and I have no idea what it even is. And the worst part... Ooh, hello, welcome. Thank you for the raid. I hope your stream went by well. Analyzing, denied. Deliberating, denied. Evaluating, denied. Diagnosing, denied. Hello. Denied. That was me summoning Alice earlier. Deny. Is that it speaks our language? Ugh. It's pretty. I can just dodge its attacks by teleporting, but I won't stop them. And if I mess up even once, I'll be dead. Ooh, have a great night. There's one thing I can do to hold it back for now, but it's not giving me time to pull off a big move like that. If it would just let up to 2 seconds, then I could. It knows that. It knows, and it's planning on keeping this stalemate going on forever. How long can I stay focused? 5 days? 10? Then again, I don't think I can afford to worry about that. The magical energy wind is spreading even now. At this rate, it won't be long before the whole world becomes a desolate wasteland. I love how sparkly it sounds. I can't stop this thing by myself, and there's no one else who can help me either. Some big deal magicians are. No matter how much people fear or idolize us, in the end, we're only human. We're not nearly powerful enough to stand up to a potentially world-ending disaster on our own. Still, it's gotta run out of steam eventually, right? Seriously, what the hell? Are you seriously telling me it's a star from outer space here to destroy the world? The star twinkles as if to smirk and say, damn straight. Resistance is futile. I'm going to destroy Earth, and there's nothing you can do about it. What a smug little star. I want to slap it. Fate was not on her side, nor did she have any way of changing it. In a few minutes, her limbs would char, harden, decay, and crumble like dust. All will despair at this outcome. All has been lost to this destruction. Here, in this amber crater where the star fell, there was no brilliant miracle that could save the magician's life. Ripped Alco. Alco number who knows what.
Morning, Misaki. I take it you slept like a log?
I'll say, it was so quiet and peaceful. Like a log and a baby. A baby log. That is me. I am now Misaki baby log Nobunaga.
Glad to hear it. I slept well too, and I feel great. So, now that Aozaki's death has been solved, we can finally focus and find the Holy Grail. After we've had a proper breakfast, of course.
We call those sticks. Oh, true. That is a baby log. Good morning, Senpai. Good morning, Sojiro. You're both up bright and early today. Morning, Mash. I guess we are, huh? It's still only 5. Ugh. It's still only 5. Morning, Mash. Everyone up? Nice to see you all keeping a healthy lifestyle. I hate to ruin your parade, but I've got some bad news you need to know. Alco was just found dead at the second
Are you serious?
Alco was just found dead at the second secret spring. Come to the public bath as soon as you can. Well, I summoned 3 Alco, so there. I need to summon each Alco after she dies. I can't believe this is happening again. Oh my goodness, they've killed Alco. The looks of disappointment.
I don't see Aozaki here. So it looks like that really is her. What's the situation here? Who found her?
I did. She wasn't in her room when I woke up, which gave me a bad feeling. I came in to check on her and found her like, well, that. I was still coming to grips with it when Kumanoin came in to open the spring, and he then told the other guests.
How horrible to think we've had people turning up dead in 2 days in a row. First there was a body at the Spring of Youth, now there's one at the Spring of Romance.
Oh, today was romance, huh?
The Great One must be cursing us. He wants to be fierce with us for changing the springs. Although, hang on, who is this person anyway? Her face is too mangled to identify, but she seems to be wearing the same outfit as the victim from yesterday.
You think so? It's just the latest big city fashion. You see this kind of outfit everywhere nowadays.
Oh, I see. I guess that explains it. Then she must be a burglar who decided to sneak into the springs. All the guests are safe and accounted for, including yourselves, of course, so it couldn't be any of them. So what's the play now? Did you want to gather everyone for question again? Nah, I doubt anything's changed from yesterday. They still won't have any way of verifying their alibis. I'll take charge of the crime scene until the police get here. You okay with that, proprietor? Fine by me. Better you than me if the police have a problem with it. Alright, I better get back to it. See that the body is brought to the Hell's Pavilion again, will you?
Sure, every day can be romance if you're desperate enough and brave enough. I'm a little reluctant to say this in front of the deceased, but don't worry about it, Mash. Better to be blunt about it and say she's just going to come back again, right? There! I just tracked down the traces of my magical energy. This must be where I died! Yikes, what happened to me? My whole face has been smashed in. How the hell did that happen? Oh, Alice, you're here too. That's great. Can you tell me what's going on here? Hi, Alco number 3. And that's everything that happened so far.
Thanks for catching her up. Kuonji and I have too much of a headache to keep our thoughts straight. I hope you appreciate what Misaki is doing for you, Aozaki. Most people wouldn't be nearly so gracious to someone who went and got herself killed twice in 2 days.
Good point. Sorry for all the trouble, Misaki. Still, thanks to you, I've got a good handle on the situation now. Let's not waste any more time. Oh! We'll start by going around and questioning all the other guests one by one. That's why you didn't gather them all in one place, right, Tobimaru? If everyone insists that they were just sleeping last night, even suspicious testimony will skate by thanks to the peer pressure to not rock the boat. It's better to talk to people one at a time if we want to hear their full alibi.
Right.
We should be treating the search for my killer and the search for the Holy Grail separately. Wow, the upbeat music that gets used for the Battle Victory theme sounds a lot like the menu music for Sonic and All-Stars. Racing Transformed. Ooh. The construction people are slowly coming back after all the storms. Though apparently there might be another storm next week, but hopefully it doesn't come here. If not, oh gosh, please no more storm. Not another one. It sounds like there was a lot of time wasted by not doing that yesterday. Today, we don't need to bother looking for my killer. We should just focus on learning why the other guests are really here. I don't buy for a second that they're actually here to exercise the Kumano in spirits. They're here for other reasons, and it's up to us to find out what those are. I guess we did end up kind of sidetracked yesterday. Is it okay if we prioritize the Holy Grail? Is it okay? Yes, Chaldea's goal comes first here. Ah, they were busy constructing a weather machine, so they have an excuse. Besides, if my killer also has the Holy Grail, then looking for one will lead to the other anyway. I agree with Alco. We still don't know where the Holy Grail is, but if we can find out what the other guests are really doing here, we'll be able to determine which of them would need it. Exactly, so let's get started.
Not so fast, Aozaki. You stay here. Yeah, I swear. I don't know how you can be so smart, but I always skip over the last crucial part. Think about it. How do you think people are going to respond to a dead woman asking him questions? No. We'll launch you when we know what target to point you at.
Like a missile?
In the meantime, we'll stick to just me, Misaki, Mash, and Sojiro again.
Fine, makes sense. I guess you and I will be holding the fort down then, Alice. Alice? That's fine. I don't have anything else to do right now anyway. We got a holy friar here. She wants in on an investigation too. Just yesterday, it was all about how boring it is to mind a store. What do you say, kids? Think you can make room for Alice too? Not that she'll be much help. She's way out of shape and can't hold a conversation to save her life, and... Robin, don't be so mean to Alice. Come on.
Kuonji, huh? Yeah, that could work. She's practically a walking lie detector. The only problem is, I'd rather not go around in a group of 5. Too many or too few of us will put people on their guard.
Holy friar be liar.
Alright, let's split up. Misaki, you go with Sojiro and Alice. And I'll go with Mash.
Huh? Why? Why the arrangement? Why?
Sojiro's your servant now, right? So it's his job to keep you safe. You also need him to interpret for Alice, so that's why she should go with you too. As for me, I don't mind going off on my own, but like I said, acting alone would invite suspicion too. So I need someone to come along and be my note-taker, which is where Mash comes in. Sorry about this, Misaki.
Makes sense. I don't think... Makes sense. Now I see.
If we're all agreed, then let's get started. Mash and I will take the new building. You 3 take the old inn and the outside areas. We'll meet back up here in the Sky Room in the afternoon and compare notes. Alright, let's get to work.
Bye, Mash. Souvenir shop? Ooh. Wait, these are adorable though. Look at those plushies. I want the maid ones. Wait, I want the butler one too. And the chef. I want all of them. What the heck?
It looks like there aren't any guests staying in the old building. The closest we saw was Yoshisuke eating old-fashioned ramen in his office.
Likely because the hot springs are closed. Most wouldn't want to come to a place where 2 murders occurred in as many days. Let's head outside. I don't think we'll learn anything new in. Perfect timing. I was afraid I'd have to go back to my room empty-handed. Excuse me, miss. You've been filling in on that shop, yes? Would you please wrap up one of these adorable horror monster plushies for me? Great choice. Excellent taste, madam. But they actually come in sets of 2. If you could please wait here, I'll go prepare another one. So these are all handmade. I knew it was worth coming. Stare. This is your chance to question me, you know. Right, well, can you start by telling us your name and address? Oh, good point. Okay, what's your name and address? Right. I'm Ryogi. I came here from Mifune, Tokyo with my family. But who cares about that? I take you to our college students, maybe here as part of some club activity.
I work at a detective agency. I thought my partner Tsukiji explained as much yesterday.
Oh right, I'm sorry. You two seem so different from the other guests that I just assumed. You're not like the rest of us who came here for reasons we can't share openly, right? Reasons you can't share openly? You have reasons like that too? Reasons you can't share openly? Oh yes, secret reasons we can't even tell our loved ones, let alone complete strangers. Think about it. The proprietor said he'll reward us for every spiritual disturbance we eliminate, right? But isn't that just common sense? Of course, people are supposed to be paid for their work. That's not enough to track this many of them.
Oh yeah, good point.
Not to mention that genuine psychics are in very high demand. They'd have no reason to come all the way out to a mountain just to find work. For that matter, most real psychics wouldn't come near this place. They know all too well that they'd be no match for the spirits visible to the naked eye. So you're saying nobody here is a real psychic? The other guests may be able to dispel evil spirits, but very few of them could truly be called exorcists. No, I suspect they all have very different professions, which means they aren't here to banish ghosts and earn money. Thank you for waiting. Here's your set of talking twins, Tweedledee and... Oh, that's the ones that she bought. Is something wrong? Misaki and Shizuki look a little tense. Everything's fine. We're just making small talk. Thank you. I'll take good care of them. Goodbye, detectives. I suggest you try bringing this topic up with the other guests as well. Thanks, ma'am. Phew, she's finally gone. I was ready for a fight, but I'm glad it didn't come to that.
Do you know her, Alice?
No, I only met her here at this inn, but I can tell she's the real deal. She has a distinct air of a professional spirit slayer about her. When it comes to killing spirits, she's probably better than any of the other guests. Killing, not banishing? How much better are we talking? Well, for example, if the entire new building became possessed, I bet she'd handle it by cutting the whole building in half. Yep, that sounds like her, alright. That is accurate. I can see that for tomorrow. I gotta farm and also raise my Shizuki. I gotta be good. I'll be nice to Sojiro. Sorry, Alice, but whatever embers I can buy, I'ma feed him. He's a hungry boy. He's a growing boy. Delicious. Yummy, yummy. But yeah, tomorrow should be safe. I hope I don't have to go out in the morning time. If not, well, I'll know by later on, of course. I wonder who's home at this point. Before stream started, I only saw that little bro was home. I know big bro's working. I guess mom and dad went out with mom's friends. Probably, I assume. Or maybe dad went to work. I can't tell. I don't know. And it's been quiet, so I think they haven't come home yet. Which is kind of nice. Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful having a quiet house. I guess I'll eat my little snack before Godzilla time. True, true. My present box is getting close to bursting. It is very thick. Super duper thick. Filled to the brim. And by the way, later on tonight we're gonna be watching some Godzilla movies. Yay for Heisei Godzilla. But for now, little snack time before the movie. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day at Epic Gacha Luck. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Still can't believe Alice was so mean. 28 multi-pulls, but Aoko's kind. I need to summon one Aoko per death she has in story. I feel like that's gonna be my new canon. That's gonna be my destiny. All for you, Aoko.